The Krell warship Bloodfang descended through Earth's atmosphere with predatory grace, its plasma cannons glowing like hungry eyes. Captain Zexither clicked his mandibles in satisfaction. Intelligence had been clear. The human settlement below housed only the elderly, those past their prime, weakened by time, defenseless. Easy prey. Prepare boarding parties, Zexither hissed to his crew. These humans will fetch a fine price at the outer rim slave markets. The ship's sensors locked onto the largest structure, Sunny Meadows Retirement Community, a sprawling complex of pleasant buildings surrounded by carefully maintained gardens. Zexither had raided 17 human colonies in the past cycle. He knew their patterns, their weaknesses. The young ones fought hard, yes, but the old? They surrendered immediately. Too frail to resist. This would be profitable and quick. Amelia Chen was in the middle of her morning Tai-Kai routine when the first plasma bolt vaporized the community center's north wall. She was 83 years old, silver-haired, and entirely unimpressed. Well, that's just rude, she muttered, adjusting her reading glasses as debris settled around her. Around the room, 24 other residents looked up from their activities crossword puzzles. Knitting, a particularly intense game of bridge. Felix Rodriguez, a weary 90-year-old veteran with more scars than smooth skin, set down his coffee with deliberate calm. Amelia, that wouldn't happen to be pirates, would it? She squinted through the hole in the wall at the descending ship. Krell design. Probably slavers. Must think we're easy marks. Felix's weathered face split into a grin that would have terrified anyone who'd served with him. In the Titan Wars, should we tell them or let it be a surprise? Surprise, Amelia decided. It's more fun that way. The other residents murmured agreement. Martha began hiding her knitting needles military-grade titanium, naturally. George wheeled toward the armory disguised as a supply closet. Yuki cracked her knuckles, the augmented joints humming to life after years of deliberate dormancy. People always forgot what humans had been doing 70 years ago, before the peace. These helpless elderly had fought in the bloodiest conflict in galactic history and won. The Krell boarding party burst through the main entrance, expecting cowering prey. Instead, they found Amelia standing alone in the foyer, arms crossed, looking remarkably annoyed. "Do you know what time it is?" she demanded. The lead Krell warrior, Sergeant Vkash, raised his plasma rifle in confusion. The human female showed no fear. Perhaps she was senile? "You are prisoner of Krell Empire," Vkash announced. "Surrender or..." Amelia moved. Her body was old, yes, but muscle memory was eternal. She'd been a close-quarters combat specialist in the Marines, back when humanity was clawing its way up from near extinction. The cane in her hand wasn't just decorative, it was a military-issue neural disruptor. Disguised as a walking aid, Vkash convulsed and dropped. His 3 companions barely had time to raise their weapons before the walls exploded with hidden residents. Martha's knitting needles flew like missiles, penetrating armor joints with surgical precision. George's wheelchair transformed, revealing the combat modifications he'd forgotten to mention to the facility staff. Felix appeared from a ceiling vent because, of course, he'd been crawling through the ductwork, and landed on a Krell's back with a joyful whoop. "It's just like Proxima," he shouted, applying a chokehold that would have made his drill instructor proud. The firefight lasted exactly 90 seconds. When it ended, 8 Krell lay unconscious, and the residents hadn't even broken a sweat. "Phase 1 complete," Amelia announced, checking her watch. "We have 45 minutes before lunch. Felix, you're on hacking duty. Everyone else, we're taking their ship aboard the Bloodfang." Captain Zexither grew concerned. His boarding party hadn't reported back. Sensors showed no human military presence, no hidden defenses, just the retirement facility and its elderly occupants. "Send second wave," he ordered. "Maximum force." The second wave never made it out of the landing bay. Amelia's group had infiltrated through the cargo in trance, a tactic so brazen the Krell hadn't bothered guarding it. Felix, despite his age, could still crack alien security systems faster than most AI. Decades of intelligence work had left him with skills that didn't diminish with time. "I'm in their navigation," Felix announced, fingers dancing over the holographic controls. "Also, their weapon systems and life support." Oh, and I may have locked the captain in his own bathroom. Amelia grinned. Good man. The ship's crew found themselves facing an invasion force that shouldn't have existed. These humans moved like soldiers, thought like strategists, and fought with the casual efficiency of people who'd done this 1,000 times before. Yuki disabled an entire security team with techniques from Earth's ancient martial arts, her augmented joints making her faster than warriors half her age. Martha coordinated tactics with the precision of the fleet admiral she'd once been. The Krell surrendered in 20 minutes. Captain Zexither, finally released from his bathroom prison, stood before the human elders in his own command center. Mandibles slack with disbelief, Amelia sat in his command chair, looking entirely comfortable. Felix lounged nearby, eating what appeared to be pudding from the ship's galley. The rest of the residents had made themselves at home, already redecorating. Who? What are you? Zexither whispered. Retired, Amelia said simply. We worked very hard to earn our peaceful golden years. Then you interrupted our morning activities. But you're old. Weak, Felix laughed. Son, we fought in wars before your species discovered fire. We toppled empires. We survived extinction events. Getting old doesn't erase what we are, it just means we prefer not to advertise. Amelia stood. Every inch the commander she'd been decades ago. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to send a message to every pirate, slaver, and raider in this sector. Tell them Sunny Meadows retirement community is off limits. Tell them what happened here today. Tell them that humanity doesn't stop being dangerous just because it gets gray hair. And if we refuse? Zexither asked, though his quavering voice suggested he already knew the answer. Amelia smiled. It wasn't a nice smile. Then we come out of retirement. Permanently, and trust me. Captain, you don't want that. The Bloodfang limped away 3 hours later, stripped of weapons, its crew traumatized and its captain humiliated. They would spread the word, as instructed. Back at Sunny Meadows, the residents returned to their routines. Amelia resumed her taikai. Felix finished his coffee, now cold but still satisfying. Martha picked up her knitting. Should we tell the administration what happened? Someone asked. Amelia considered. No, they'd just worry. Besides, we made it back before lunch. Think they'll come back? Felix grinned. Not in a million years. Word will spread. Soon every pirate in the sector will know. Don't mess with human elders. And in the community center, repaired by residents who'd once built starships, life continued peacefully. The galaxy had learned an old lesson once again. Humanity was always dangerous. Age just made them more selective about when to prove it.